Hey, good morning, everybody. Maybe afternoon for some, maybe even good evening for some. Hey, this is Rick, by the way, if no one knows that. This is Rick with Hit Run Candlesticks. I want to shout out to Ed over there at Live Trading Alerts for allowing me to come on and speak. He asked if I'd come do this, and this is something I'll be doing here on Tuesdays. Get out here on Tuesdays and talk about some of my favorite scans for Live Trading Alerts. So thank you, Ed. Thank you, Live Trading Alerts. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I truly do. So yesterday, nice to meet you, Tim. Nice to meet you. So Live Trading Alerts. What can I say? I think it's in any profession, you've got to have the tools. You've got to have tools for your profession, no matter what. I think this is one of the most important tools that I have. I've used a scanner now for the majority of my trading career, and when Live Trading Alerts came along, I just thought it was top notch, and I switched over from what I was using to this Live Trading Alerts. And what we're going to do is talk about it today. I've got a couple scans. I asked some folks in the trading room what they wanted to look at and talk about, and there was a lot of feedback on the T-line bounce, that sort of thing. So we'll certainly do that. We won't limit it to that. If you have anything else you want to talk about, we certainly can. I would like to share with you a new scan that I have, that I put together. And when I say I put together, you know that the Live Trading Alerts is set up so you can create your own scans. A lot of people don't know that. I discovered that here the other day. People in the Hit and Run Candlesticks room, people don't know that. But you can create your own scans. There's a lot of canned stuff there. A lot of canned scans. And you can put different canned ones together to create what you want. Or if you have other scans, some new ideas, then you contact Ed over at Live Trading Alerts. Excuse me. And then he will talk to you. However, he'll look at whatever chart you have, or figure out what you want, and then he'll build it. And he can even put them together for you. So don't be afraid to get a hold of him here. Let me talk about this new scan first, and then let's talk about T-line bounce, both bull and bear. We'll be looking at that. I'm not sure that you know this, but if you go to the main application and under pre-configured alerts, that little drop down, there's some pre-configured alerts, and these are some favorites of several people that use the scanner. The number 7, see, this is number 7 here, bull trap plus breakout right here. All you have to do is click on it, and there's a little brief description of it. It loads everything in there that you need. The only, if you don't like the CBOE 400 list, if you want a different list, you simply change that. Give it a name up here. Just name it, and then click on Create Window, and then there you go. It's all done. It's all made for you. So that's an easy thing to do. What this alert does, it looks for stocks that's in the, whoops, let me fix this. Let's make this stay on top. I'm just going to click this little stay on top line right there, and now it'll stay there. What this does is it looks for stocks that's been in the trap that is breaking out. FSLY is one. This is one of our trade ideas today, and you can see that it's alerting that breakout now. Pretty nice looking chart. Also, another thing is when one of the coolest things I think Ed has come up with is when you close out the live trading alerts, say at night or maybe midday, maybe for some reason you've got to reboot your computer or something. When you close it and bring it back up, if you have it set, your stocks will come back automatically. So the reason I'm telling you that is sometimes I pick my stocks for tomorrow tonight, and sometimes I pick them for tomorrow morning before the market opens up. And the way I go through for my trade ideas is I open up live trading alerts, and they look just like that on all my windows. They're full from where it closed last night. So that's, if anyone needs help with that, I'll be glad to help you how to set that up. It's just a couple clicks and you can make that happen. And FSLY was on one of my bull trap scans, and now it's coming up on the Bull Trap Plus breakout. Bull Trap Plus breakout. Snap also coming up. This is a Bull Trap Plus breakout, and it would have started alerting about this 2415 level, because that's where it would be breaking out right in there. So anyway, this is a new scan that was put up yesterday. Pretty excited about it. It's still working out pretty nice. Hi, Evelyn. That would set that up. You mean set it up? Yeah, I set it up so the scans come back. Sure, let's do that. Let's go to our main application window, and you'll see it'll say LTA main application. And what you want to do is go to Tools, and then Options, and then this window right here will pop up, and just make sure that you put a check mark on Show Alerts from Last Session, and then click OK, and then that'll automatically happen. Like I say, it's one of the coolest things I think that Ed has come up with on the scanner. I think that truly is one of the coolest things for a trader. That way, whenever we close a scanner or shut our computer down, we can come back up just where we shut it down is where it comes back up. So really cool. Oh, Melinda's asking, how do I make it stay on the top? Inside, put your cursor inside the window that you want to keep on top, and right click, and you see where it says stay on top. Just put a check mark. I turned mine off. This might happen to a lot of you, where you click on the screen, and what it does is it goes behind. It makes the screen come forward. Just click on another window somewhere, and this will pop back up, and then right click, and then click stay on top. And now we can look at all the charts we want, and it'll stay on top. You're welcome, Melinda. Thanks, George. Thanks, George. Okay. So this is live in the market. So, I may be looking at charts if they pop up, if there's something I need to look at on a scan. So we'll do that. Yesterday I did ask, I'm going to keep this up right here. Right there. Yesterday I did ask, was there anybody or did anyone have any ideas what you wanted to talk about today? And I had a lot of comments on the T-line bounce, both bull and bear. We're going to put this right here and make that stay on top. Move this down a little. There we go. So all this really is utilizing the T-line. We want the charts to be, moving up, and I probably should go see if I actually have. Here's what I have in this, by the way. The bull, it's called bull 8 EMA bounce. I just named mine T-line bounce. I've got a bull trend 17, and what that's saying is I want the 17 EMA trending. And if you want to know what that is, all you have to do is click on it, and there's a brief description down here. And then I want to see a white candle in this case, because I'm only looking for bullishness. I'm not looking for bearish. I'm not looking to buy a bounce off the T-line with with a bearish candle or a dark candle, red candle. I want to see the buyers. I want to see those bulls stepping in. So I've got it set to a white candle here. So, you know, this is the type of chart I'm looking for. I want it to bring up charts like this. This is exceptionally nice chart. We'll go through a few of them. They all may not look quite as good as this, but this is turning out to be nice. And don't worry about the price. I don't want anyone to think that we're only looking at expensive stocks. You can look at any stocks you want. You can even put limits, you know, max price, minimum price. You can do all that. So when I'm looking at my charts, what you're going to see is probably a little more expensive maybe, but you don't have to. So let's not pay attention to price. Let's just pay attention to the chart. Today is not a, hey, this is a buy kind of day, so I'm not really looking at things like that. We're just looking at the scanner here. So anyway, that's what I want. I want to be alerted that this stock is not only set up in a particular chart pattern that I like, which I'm looking for that bounce off the T-line. I want the T-line trending. And then the bounce off of it, by the way, there's like a 0.5% forgiveness in there. So if you looked at your chart, it's possible that the low never hit the T-line, or it's possible the low even went below the T-line by maybe 0.5%. So there's a little bit of forgiveness there. It's not like it has to absolutely kiss it. You know, a little bit of play in there. So that's what I want to know, and I want to know that we're making some new highs in here. So let's go look at RH. So I'm looking at RH. Man, you know, so far we're 2 for 2. I think these are excellent looking charts. And years ago, I used to sit here and just flip through charts, just constantly flipping, you know, flipping through charts like this. Just constantly flipping, looking for that chart. Not only do I want to look for charts where bulls are stepping in, I also want to look for charts that are bulls are stepping in, on the chart pattern that I am looking for. Not everybody looks for the same chart pattern, so you want to be able to define yours. That should be one of the goals, I think, as a trader, a successful trader, is to define your chart pattern, and that's what you look for. Don't look for anything else. Now, you can have 5 different chart patterns if you want. That's okay. But every chart you should be looking at, in my opinion, should be one of those 5 chart patterns, or 2 chart patterns, or 10 for that matter, I guess. But I wouldn't look at anything outside of that. Otherwise, I think as a trader, you tend to be looking at too many things, and it's hard to make all those decisions. So I tend to follow one basic chart pattern. That chart pattern is basically where we have a rise and a pullback. So just about all of my scans have something to do with that right there. Now, or on the bearish side, the bearish side would be just the opposite of that. Just the opposite. I guess I should have put my, there we go, like that. Like I say, most of mine will look like that. Even the rounded bottom breakout that is a strategy, I still look for this type of chart pattern in that rounded bottom breakout. So no matter where you are on the chart, down at the bottom, down at the top, somewhere in the middle, I'm looking for that rise, that rest, and then I want to be part of that next rise. And that's, you know, the T-line bounce can give you that. Here's that RH again. That's a good looking chart. You can see how we've been trending. I want that trend in there. I want to see that rise, and I want to be close to the T-line. That's all we're doing, is we're looking to be close to the T-line. Now, for years, I've been using the T-line as a guideline to price, and I can safely say that since the creation of the T-line, and I don't mean the creation of the 8 exponential moving average, I'm talking about the creation of the T-line, where how to use it, talking about it, how to trade with it. I would have to say there are thousands of traders right now that are using that T-line as a guide to trading. And here's let's just talk about that for a second. Here's what you want. If this is what you like, if this is your strategy, you want to find a chart that has rallied up, and that has pulled back for a rest near the T-line. And if you see those bulls stepping in, if that's what you want to be alerted for, there you go. And one of the beauties about this is let's see here, how can I do this? There we go. You like everything above the T-line. You would not like everything below the T-line. So if this chart here, change that to blue, this to blue, there we go. So if price started to trade back below the T-line, well, you might not like that trade. And that's what makes this so doggone good. It looks for those trades that are set up where you like it. Now, you have to watch the chart if it breaks down, and actually that's not necessarily true. There is a T-line cross that we could put up. You could actually put your charts on, say, stocks you're buying or have bought on a T-line cross down, and then that would alert you that your stock has crossed back down through the T-line, and that would probably be something you don't want as well. So anyway, if your whole trading revolves around the T-line, or if one particular strategy revolves around the T-line, this is a terrific alert to have right here. I see Sono just came up. Look at that. I mean, so far Thomas was, I think, the worst one, but we've looked at 4, 5 so far, and other than Thomas, I didn't really like the TMUS chart, but everything else, man, how can you just not take a look at these charts? They're putting them in your lap, and it's all because of this scanner right here. Just absolutely putting in your lap. MB is asking a question here. So this is the same as the 3/8 trap setup. It can be, yeah, but the 3/8 trap doesn't have to be as close to the T-line. Yeah, the 3/8 trap doesn't have to be as close to the T-line. This is stock literally bouncing off the T-line within 0.5%. So it's just saying that the price needs to be 0.5% away from the T-line there. But it's very similar type of trade, yes. BJ, and we could be, okay, here's one where we're crossing up, and here we are. This might not come up on a 3/8 trap scan, MB. This might not come up on one where, because we're right there at the T-line, this comes up on this scan right here. And here we have this nice bullish trend here. And a lot of times when you're able to catch them this close coming from underneath, you tend to be closer to the trend line. Not 100% of the time, but you'll find that you'll be closer to that trend line on this type of setup right in here. EA is coming up. I mean, look at that. These are all fantastic looking charts, and charts that are definitely buyable right in here. How did you set up the T-line bounce? Here, I'll show you that again. We'll do that. So I'm going to go to Properties, say right click, go to Properties, left click, and then here's my alert. And it's called, the main scan is the Bull 8 EMA bounce. And then I'm using the Bull Trend 17 EMA. And then I'm also using a white candle because I want it to be a white candle or a green candle, I think some people use. I want those bulls coming in. I'm not into catching trying to catch the chart when the candle is moving down. So I like the white candle. If you don't want that, you can certainly take it off, Evelyn. Down here, I've got new day high, which that would you have to check something. It won't let you not check anything here. Since I have the white candle, it's going to come up that way anyway. And I almost always look at the daily. I have very few intraday charts, very few. In fact, I tend to get too many windows on my my monitors, and when I have to delete them, I won't even think about it. I just start deleting intraday things that I might be playing with. I don't even look at what they are. I just click, 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 X them out, be done, and then I clean up some space. Okay, I'm going to close this out now. Assume you have it there. There we go. Let's see, Tim. I love the T-line bounce. Thanks. You're welcome. So it also shows T-line cross. Yeah. Here, let me make this stay on top. I was fussing with it. I probably shouldn't have done that because this happens. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. User bull define T-line cross, and I've got the average, moving average, exponential, the close, and then the 8 is what we're looking at. Oh, you know what? I just may have found the reason. Let me change my list here. Actually, let's go to all. I'm going to change it to all stocks in there. And you can see 10 symbols came up. I've also got this checked for both low and high. So which we'll see what that brings. But if we want a bear, we would probably change this to the bear user-defined T-line cross to the downside. I'm going to click OK here. It'll go black for a minute. We'll just leave it right there for a second. Yeah. Let's see. Doll, Rick, can you also a bull trap plus breakout? That's Doll. That's actually. Here we are. That's actually already set up for you. All you have to do is go download it. Go to the main application. If you go to the main application and you click on the little caret right here under pre-configured alerts, you'll see where it says number 7. That's the name of it right there. Number 7, bull trap plus breakout. Just left click on that and it brings up everything for you. It's all set. Just choose whichever watch list you want. You can use your own or the CBOE 400 or S&P, the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is rocking. NASDAQ is killing it. So maybe you only want to look at NASDAQ stocks. But it like I say, it's all pre-set up for you. And then just name it. You just have to name it and you're ready to go. I'm going to close this out. I don't want to create another window. Let's see here. Let's see. Shu is asking, can the user-defined list be from TC2000? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Shu. If you want to copy whatever stocks you want from TC2000, you simply create your own watch list. And yeah, that's very doable. Again, you go to the main application window. Got to find where. Here, under Tools, Manager User Defined List. Just left click on that and pops up this list window, and you can create your own list. So you click on the plus sign, name your list, and then go to it over here like that. I'm going to just go to this one, and then you just put your stocks in here. So you copy and paste. So copy from TC2000, paste into here, click OK, and now you have whatever stocks you want. So yes, absolutely can put them in there. Is there a scan to find MACD differences? Well, let me, where is it here? I've got something here. I've got to find it. I thought I had it. Give me a second. Hold on. Don't leave me yet. I thought I had it down here somewhere. I've got a MACD scan. Oh, there we go. Finally found it. So let's keep this somewhat cleaned up here, looking halfway decent. There we go. So there are some MACD scans. You and I might use them a little differently. And the thing you want to do is go to properties, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the MACD just so you can see what's there. There's the MACD. So you've got bear MACD cross, bear MACD, bull MACD cross, bullish MACD, MACD bearish divergence, MACD bullish divergence. So there's definitely some there. So yes, sir, you can add whichever one you use. Something that I particularly like, if it matters, is, and this is one of those that Ed did not have this on there. I got with him and asked him if he could do this for me, and he did. And that's one of the cool things. If you need something done, if you don't see something on a list, don't be afraid to shout out to Ed. He'll get on it. I mean, he really does. And maybe it's already there. You just don't know what it's called. He can point you to it, and if it's not there, he'll make it for you. Not a problem. And that's what he did with me. And what I like is a bullish MACD. It got nothing to do with divergence. It's just a bullish MACD. I'm just using it as a momentum indicator. So I want charts where we're simply MACD is bullish. So I'm going to close this, and let's see. Is this? Yeah, this is MACD right under here. Stay on top. So if I go to UNH, I might be looking for, if I want to add the MACD, see where my green line is above my red line? That's showing me positive MACD. So that's something I do sometimes. I'll add to my scans where I've got the positive MACD, and then maybe I look for the trap, or a positive MACD and maybe look for the T-line bounce, something like that. OTKA, that one, OTKA. I was looking at this earlier. That's why I wanted to go to it. See, that's a T-line bounce right in here, and we've got a positive MACD. So that's one way I use it, but there's definitely some MACD stuff in there for you. Let's see. MB, the app has been a massive time saver for me. Oh, my goodness sakes. It's taken my, outside of just daily trading, I have almost zero trade idea picking time. I hardly do it. I mean, let's say the market closes right now. What I'm going to do is go through my scans, and I have a handful of favorites that I always start with. So one of them is this one for sure. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click on the chart. If I like that chart for tomorrow, then I flag it. And, I put it on a separate list. You can create your own separate list in live trading alerts if you want. You can add it to that. You can put it where you want it. But I'll just look through this right here. If I don't see it, I'm not going to go hunt for a bunch of them. If I like DocuSign, I'll do that. If I like W, I'm going to do that. I'm going to flag it, mark it somehow, put it on a list somewhere, and that's what I'm going to do. And there you go. I've got my, say, list for tomorrow all done. takes me about 5 minutes or less. It is pretty cool. I agree, George. I've personally never met a human being that works harder than Ed. I truly have not. And I got to tell you, I've been up at weird hours, weekends, and it's nothing for me to ping Ed and say, hey, are you around? He says yes, and I'll talk about a scan or suggest an idea, and man, he's on it. So yes, totally agree with you. Let's see, Shu's asking, is there a way to display a ticker only once, but keeping the most recent alerts on the top of the list instead of multi? You know, I don't think there is right now, Shu. Now, let me share something with you. I've been using a scanner for somewhere between 15 and 20 years. A scanner, not this one. This one's new. And personally, I like the multiple prints, because when I see multiple prints, that tells me that it's bumping in price. That's what it's doing. It's bumping in price. I kind of like that. You know, AYX, it's bumping in price. So I suppose I could maybe think of, I could come up with why I would want only one, but honestly, I want to see the multiples. But it's something you can certainly talk to Ed about. You can certainly talk to him about that. Let's see, Richard is asking, so I keep wanting to say S-Fly, but that's not S-Fly. FSLY is a buy now for you. Here, let's go to it. Yeah, that's a buy now for me. And in fact, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Is a buy now for, let's see, for you, since it came up from last night. It doesn't matter whether it came up from last night or it's coming up today. It's a buy for me. So I'm actually gonna, you know, let's go look at it. Let's see if it's a trade. So I'm gonna go look at September calls, see if it has anything. Oh my goodness, it just might. By golly, by gum. By golly, by gum. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy some. There we go. Sorry, I can't do two things at once. Oh, there it goes. It just filled. So I did just buy it. And that's exactly how I use this, Richard. This is, I mean, you just saw exactly what I do with this. The chart comes up. I like the chart. I buy the chart. There we go. And by the way, I have a target up here. I think this could see $100 relatively soon. So, let's see. EDM. Rick, can you explain again how to set up the T-line cross? I can't seem to find it on the list. The T-line cross. I probably renamed it something different. Yeah. What you're looking for is bull user defined price cross. If you type in price cross, that's all you need. Pick out the keywords. Pick out the keywords. Just type in price cross and then look for the bull user defined. And then what that means is you get to control it. And then I come over here to the parameters. See, this is scan parameters. I want that set to daily. And then you go over here to the exact parameters of this this price cross. So in other words, well, let me back up. Sorry, I get ahead of myself. The moving average type that I'm using is the exponential moving average, and you can choose high, low, open, high, low, or close. I choose close, and see, all you do is click on over here, and you can change that to simple or exponential. And then I'm going to use the 8 exponential moving average. Well, what if you wanted to use, what if you wanted to use the 20 and you wanted to change this to simple? So just rename it so you know what it is. But I think this was brilliant for Ed to do. What a time saver for him, because everybody would, and their brother would want a crossing over a different moving average. So Ed, pretty smart cookie. So he said, I'll show everybody. So he created a scan that says there's a price cross. Now you decide what you want price to be crossing over. Make sense? Anyway, pretty good little, there we go. I'm going to put this, well, actually, I'm just going to cancel it and it'll stay. So did that help you there, EDM? The main one is bear. Bull, user defined. Price cross is the keywords. And if you want a bear, then just look for the one that says bear, user defined, price cross. And then you can set that bear up as well, okay? Now I'm just going to cancel this because I don't want to save anything. Thank you for that, by the way. SP is asking, would you be able to catch the breakouts early if you scan using set to hourly rather than daily? SP, that may be what could be the best question of today. So thank you for that. I think if you were to put 10 traders in a room, 10 traders may argue about this issue. Five traders may say, yes, you could probably catch it early. 5 traders might say, no, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. Let me share with you the camp I'm in. I'm on the camp of that's probably the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. Now, let me explain that for a minute. First of all, there needs to be some qualifications, SP. And again, you may have asked the best question of all today when on using the scanner, all right? A few qualifications. And this is where I think the trader needs to have some qualifications. If you've been trading for a number of years, if you are trading for a living, if you make some serious money trading, I'll let you decide what serious money is. Everybody's idea of serious might be a little bit different. But if you meet those qualifications, then maybe we can talk about setting it up on the hourly or, getting kind of tricky with it. Outside of that, I would suggest you not do that. I truly would. I've been doing this an awful long time, and I am successful. And I have found that if you try to sneak in on a chart on some early gizmo, then it just doesn't work out the way you think. It just does not work out. But if you're determined to do that, what you can do is do something like this. You want the alert maybe on the daily, but you can change the alert time frame if you want on intraday. Now, trust me, I have played with this every which way from Sunday. I'm so tired of doing it, I just don't do it anymore. I find it's a waste of time for me. I find that it does not give you better charts, and I find it gets you in on charts that really aren't working. So now you know how I feel about that. Personally, I think stick with the daily. I think it works out the best. Day traders, on the other hand, little different game. If maybe you're speaking of day trading, we can certainly set this to hourly. But in that case, I would be setting this to hourly as well. I don't like to mix match them. Like I said, I just don't find that works out that well. And if you want to trade 15-minute, you can change this to 15-minute, and then I would keep this on 15-minute, just me personally, if you want to trade like that. But it pulls up really good charts, but they're just on different time frames. So the same charts, just different time frames. Thank you again. Tim is asking, this is good. Thank you. Any chance you could do this once a week? Ed has asked me to come around on Tuesdays and do this. So for now, yeah, this is something I plan to do. So Tuesday next week, same time, same place, I think, until he fires me. Yeah. Let's see, SP. So you can make the scan that depicts a trend like I want. Yes, you can. To see the price above the 8, yes. 8 above the 17, yes. And 17 above the 50, yes. And the 50 above the 100, yes. And the 100 above the 200, yes. You can do that. Yes. Now, there's already something in there called the perfect trend. You might look at the well, here, I guess we could go do that, couldn't we? So let's go look at that, and I'm gonna type in the keyword I'm gonna use is trend, and you'll get comfortable and used to using those keywords. At least I thought there was perfect trend, and the ticker has been trending bullish over 100 candles, or the 100, and all three major moving averages are stacked bullishly. You'd have to ask Ed what the major moving averages he's used here. But if this does not fit your criteria, let Ed know and he can create it for you or help you create to do exactly what you're doing. The 8 above the 17, 17 above the 50, 50 above the 100, 100 above the 200. But he can do that, absolutely. Nigel, can I have two property windows open at the same time? Two property windows, two property. So there's one. I guess not. Yeah, I've never done that, but I guess not. Nope. Nigel, the only thing I can think of that you might be doing that for is if you're copying one. If you're copying what's in this one, one thing you can do is use a snag it. Another thing you can do is duplicate window, the bottom right down here, and I do this all the time. Maybe this has a couple of things in it I want to start with. I'll duplicate the window, just close this out. There's the duplication right there. And it'll come up with the same name but dash copy. And then you can come in here and mess with this all you want. And that's what I do when I'm fussing with a scan, making adjustments. I don't adjust the original. I make a copy and then I play with it all I want. And then I can decide if I want to keep it, take things off. You know, it's my play scan. But that might be something to consider too. So somebody asked earlier about this FSLY coming up. I guess we're there. And they asked, you know, would this be a buy for me? I said yes. So to prove my point, I got to tell you, the scanner rocks. And when it brings up the charts that meet your qualifications, and all except this TMUS. I don't particularly like this type of setup, but it's doing everything we've asked, right? Everything else we've looked at has been right on. I mean, perfect. So I bought this. For those that weren't here, I bought this when we were talking about it. I only bought 2 contracts, and I'm currently up $70 right now. The scanner, for those, I don't know if there's any people here that don't use the scanner. I don't know. Let me put a link out here for you. Give me a second. One second. Hang on. Don't quit. Let me make sure this is the right one. Nope. I need to get rid of that link. Copy. There we go. Here's a link. to give the scanner a try for a month. It's not free, but why should it be free? It's going to make you money. So the point here, what I was trying to show is up $70 already. We haven't even been talking 10 minutes, and I've already paid for almost half of the scanner. So it works. It works. Melinda, how do you save a scan? You know what? Let me show you something here. And I must tell you, I've never used this, not one time. You go to File, and then you can save LTA setup. You can click on it, save it. You can back it up. You can, manage your LTA saved windows right through here. Just click on these, and it'll ask you for a name, and you save it. Me, I've never ever saved it. What I'll do is I just close out of it. And not one time, not one single time have I lost anything. I just simply X out, and when I open it back up, it comes right back up. Yeah, I've never lost a thing. But there are some saved. You can back up and save as Windows, save LT setup, and Windows as. A couple different things in there. Let's see. Tom, when I open up the scanner window in the morning before the market opens, there's no symbols. Let me show you how to fix that, Tom. Go to your, there we go, main application. Click on Tools, and then click on Options, and then this pop-up will come up. Click right here where it says Show Alerts from Last Session. Click on that, and then click OK, and it works. It's the coolest thing. I truly believe it's the coolest thing. I mean, the scanner itself is pretty damn cool. It really is, But it's these little things like that I think Ed came up with a brilliant idea, and totally thinking about the traders. I mean, that's what this is. So brilliant idea. Love it. Love it. Let's see here. SP. So when you click the X on a window of a box in a scan, yes. Yeah. If you click on that X, it'll delete the scan, yes. And it's gone. It's gone. I've done that before, not meaning to. So I try to stay away from that little guy right there. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Let's go look at a few charts here. How about we do that? Again, this is kind of my new little sweetheart here. I like this chart. Bull trap plus breakout. It's on the. It's an easy button. If you want to download this, you don't have to build it. It's already built for you. You just click on it when you go into the main application. If somebody needs me to show you how to do that again, I will. Really easy, but let's go look at some of these charts. I mean, look at that right there. I mean, what more? Here, let's go to a naked chart. What more does a person want? Here, where we've broken out of this downtrend, if that's where you want to put your line, which actually I would really put it right there. So we've broken out over the downtrend line, nice little rounded bottom, and here we've popped up, we've pulled back and done some testing in here, and that's what this is looking for. That's what the trap does. That's the trap part of it. Man, like I say, what more do we want? What more do we want? Let's see. DocuSign. We'll look at DocuSign. Look at DocuSign. It's doing exactly what we want it to do. It broke out, it's consolidating, and now it's breaking out again. And it's part of that 3/8 trap in there. Let's see, Jerry. Rick, how do I get the scanner windows onto the chart? Just move them over. Just put your cursor at the top, hold your left mouse button down, and wherever they are, just move them over like this. And then let go of your mouse and they'll stay there. SP, can you describe what about TMS pattern that you weren't so hip on? Please keep in mind this is about the scanner, not about looking at charts. I will do this one and this only one, okay? TMUS. I don't like charts that do this right here. Rally up and then break down and move sideways. I don't like charts that do that. There's too much risk of continuing down. I want a chart that does this. Rallies up, consolidates to trend, and then shows me movement to the upside. Right there. So I'm not into that. Now, folks that are into trying to pick bottoms, this is probably your thing. And here again, I would ask, let's define you as a trader. Are you a successful trader doing this? Do you trade for a living doing this? Do you make a good amount of money doing this? And I'm going to bet 9 times out of 10 the answer is going to be no. This is why I don't like this chart. Wait for the doggone thing to show it's bullish. Then we want to be buying it. That is success. That is success. Okay, where are we here? All right. We've probably run out of time here. Some of the questions have gone away now. We've probably run out of time. T-line bounce, that was one of the main topics for today. So here's ABBV. I don't have to flip through charts. I'm just looking at this right here. ABBV, nice little rally up. We consolidate, a little bullish engulf. To me, that's a buy. BJ, take a look at BJ. Now, honestly, I would like BJ maybe a tad higher, but if you're an early buyer, that makes sense. It makes sense because my risk is so doggone small. So small. IRBT. Here's our T-line bounce. We're still working with the T-line here, so I'm liking that. This is also a nice little breakout. That looks bullish. There you go. So the scanner, again, if anyone needs any adjustments, just get with Ed. Go to the Live Trading Alerts website, and there is a contact us button somewhere on there, and then just send Ed a note. He'll get with you, maybe tell him what you want or what you'd like, and he'll help you out with that. Outside of that, I'm going to run back over to the other room and we'll do some trading over there. I see VXX is popping up and FNGU might be coming down, and that's what I've been waiting for. All right, folks, we'll see you later. Thank you very, very much for being here. Appreciate it.